All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8191, State of Texas versus Akili Brooks. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
John Pettis for defense.
Just 1 second. I'm going to put you all in the breakout room. I've been told that your client hasn't signed 2 documents.
I apologize, Judge. I could have sworn we signed everything. I'll make sure we get that done.
All right, just give me 1 moment. I'm going to move you all to breakout room number 2. And once that's done, we'll take it up.
And then the victim's mom might want to be taken out of the breakout room to watch the plea.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, if you ever want to, look, just let me know. Oh, no, I love this. And it took me a while because I used to, when I was a defense attorney, we had Connors and I got used to the way the Connors was set up. And so it took me a while to get used to this.
What will it say on the door?
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? It'd be nice if they had this and they laminated it.
Judge, question. Conferred with the state in regards to a bond condition. My client, Mr. Owens, wants to have his pet vaccinated. They don't have any objections to it. He's got a specific time and date when he needs to go. I don't know if I need to file a motion or if we.
Yes, if you do a motion and put your agreement in it, then
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
All right, then.
So, and you can just email that over.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no problem.
You want to do more?
And on John Meyer, we'll take that up right at 11, okay? So if they haven't signed their paperwork on this, we'll move directly into Meyer unless you all are, I think Hank is waiting for Mr. Stones.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'll text the judge.
Okay.
And I'm trying to set up right now on the PowerPoint. I don't think it'll take me long, but I'm wrong with form.
All right. Yeah. All right. Is it a PowerPoint for the actual trial or is it just a PowerPoint for this hearing?
The hearing.
Okay. Sure.
I got it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Sanchez?
Yes.
All right.
756, 798.
All right. So in the back, I just received the plea paperwork.
And Judge, on Brooks, nuance to it, I couldn't strike language in Adobe Sign, so, but I'll be waiving counts 2 and 3.
You'll be waiving which part?
Count 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just give me 1 second on that. Could I see the file on Brooks? Could you have them bring that file? Let me do this plea very quickly, and then I'll handle the matter with Frankie, with her. Yes. Myers. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, I do. Thank you. All right, on this, see if the state has any objections. I'm sure they don't. Yeah. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8191, State of Texas versus Akili Brooks. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Anna Ochoa Nelson.
Defense?
John Pettis for defense.
Mr. Brooks, if you can unmute, please.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you Mr. Brooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Brooks, I'm going to show you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to plea by video conference. Going to show you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Brooks, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are not, Your Honor. We'd like to proceed on count 1 and waive and abandon counts 2 and 3.
No objections, Judge.
All right, Mr. Brooks, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense in count 1 of sexual assault of a child? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Brooks, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State is proceeding on count 1. They're recommending deferred adjudication. There's to be Chapter 62 requirements and no contact with the complainant or the complainant's family. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Vince, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
I'd look at you and say that. All right. Outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years and there be a TAP evaluation. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to count 1 in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I'm sorry.
Counsel,
No.
what are you recommending for the plea?
No.
Yeah,
Mr.
counsel,
Brooks, no contest, Judge.
No contact. Okay, I'm sorry.
are you
Yes.
entering a plea of no contest to count 1?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No problem. Do you understand with the no contest plea, the court could still find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and find you guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand the meaning of a no contest plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 with attachments.
No
Mr.
objections,
Brooks,
Judge.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Brooks, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt because you have applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so why should I accept this offer? Or this agreement, I should say.
Well, Judge, my client is will be getting help, obviously through sex offender registration. This was a regrettable situation that he was placed in, that he placed himself in. After conferring with the state, we believe that this was a equitable response, and we know that he will be registered from now until forever. And he does want to show this court that he can be a safe and productive member of society, and that this incident is a sole incident and will never, ever happen again.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. We did come to this agreement with defense counsel. It is early on in the process. However, we did already meet with the complainant as well as meeting with her mother. As Your Honor knows, some of these pleas happen. We're fortunate to have this one happen early on to save the victim the re-traumatization and risk of going to trial on a case like this.
Okay. Mr. Brooks, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. How many children do you have?
3, ma'am.
What are their ages?
One's about to be 9, January 30th. The other one's 3, and my son is, I have two daughters. The first one's not about to be 9. The second one's 3. And my son is 8 months.
And are these children with you?
2 of them are, and one's in California, ma'am.
Which 2 are with you?
My 3-year-old and my 8-month-year-old.
All right, and they have the same mother?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you employed?
Yes, ma'am. Manager at a hotel in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Any alcohol issues with you?
No, ma'am.
Have you been drinking at all?
No, ma'am.
And I'm reading in the police report this was relative. It says in the police report cousins.
Some degree of cousinship.
Okay.
Through marriage, I believe.
All right. Any other questions?
Nothing from the state judge.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's a $1,500 fine. That will be probated. What's the court cost in this, please? It's a second-degree felony.
$325.
All right. The court cost in this matter is $325. Are you able to pay that in installments?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's a $1,500 fine, probated, Chapter 62 compliance, no unsupervised contact with minors, and that includes all minors. The court may change that in regards to your own children once you have completed some courses.
Okay.
He's to be with the sex offender unit. The only issue is you're in Idaho?
Yes, ma'am.
What county?
Kootenai County.
I'm sorry, what?
Kootenai County.
How do you spell that?
KOOTNAI. Sorry.
NAI?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's Idaho?
Correct, ma'am.
All right. So there's will be a transfer to Kootenai County, Idaho. 10 years deferred adjudication. Proof of employment with 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. And since he's going to be on the sex offender unit for probation, I know they do their field visits and everything, so there's no need for me to do that. And we can do a TAP evaluation out of custody. And because I did see that there was major alcohol or something involved in this case, there's going to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days. I would order you to have community service hours, but because of what you're charged with, there's no place for you to do community service hours. Probation, is there anything else? No. All right, anything else from the state?
Just the victim impact statement when we're done, Your Honor.
All right, defense, anything else with regards to sentencing from defense?
No, Judge.
Mr. Brooks, is there anything else you need to help you to be successful on this probation other than what I've given you?
No, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we are off the record. Miss, it's my understanding that you are giving a victim impact statement. Is that correct? All right, I'm going to ask that you unmute yourself so we're able to hear.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
All right, you may proceed.
I'm going to go ahead and start with my daughter's victim impact statement.
Okay.
And it reads as, in February of 2022, by a family member. He was a cousin of my dad's side, and his name is EK. After my incident, I had wanted to tell my mom. I was scared of what she would say or if she would believe me. When I decided to tell her, I wrote what had happened on a note and handed it to my mom. My mom just started yelling at me. She screamed, asking me why I didn't tell her. And she screamed at me and rushed me to grab everything I wore while I was staying at my aunt's and put it in a bag. Everything was happening so fast after I told my mom that I began to start feeling overstimulated. When we arrived at the urgent care, we signed in and took a seat in the waiting room. The environment felt very uneasy, witnessing individuals, criminals being escorted inside. It was a little past 1:00 a.m. when me and my mom finally got our names called just to tell us to come back at 8 o'clock in the morning for the next shift. Being on the hospital bed, getting examined, all of it felt very unsurreal. I had never been in that environment like that before. I had never felt uncomfortable doing that type of it. I felt uncomfortable doing that type of exam. I couldn't help but flinch and squeeze my eyes closed before the doctor started the exam. I remember at family events, I began to feel uncomfortable around my uncles and my mom's male friends. I started not wanting to be around people who had been there my whole life. My support, my comfort level had been non-existent now. Not too long after the incident, I had begun to have frequent anxiety attacks to the point of hyperventilating. The episodes had become so frequent, it became a disturbance at school. causing my mom to talk to the teachers about me having the option to leave class when I need to leave class when I needed to in order to talk to the counselors. These episodes were at random, with my heart rate going up to 195 and 200. Having a therapist, getting some of the stress off by talking to her. Having to talk to her about the situation was hard to think about, but I was so worried that if my therapist didn't get enough information, then everything would have been for nothing. While talking about the situation, it helped work to an extent, because then she started having nightmares. One time in the middle of my nightmare, I woke up and realized I had peed in my bed. I felt so humiliated. About having peed on myself as if I was a child. I felt like I had no control of my body or rights or free will. I didn't trust men, classmates, or close people to me anymore. At one point in my life, it just felt silent, as if I was on autopilot. My mom was calling the DA's office every week on the DNA. One evening when I came home, my mom had told me the results came in and it had no trace of anything. I was in such shock and anger, because you know what happened. I felt as if the test scores invalidated me and brought me to believe there was no way this man was going to get what he deserved. Seeing my mom go through the process of this case is also very painful. Ever since she had found out about what happened, I would see her crying for me and blaming herself. I always tried to assure her. Sometimes I will still see her and catch her crying. The incident not only affected me, but my relationship with my mom's family and dad's side of the family. My Aunt Maria and Aunt Sally were very hard-headed, but when I told them, I thought they would still understand. Instead, they broke contact with me, became defensive when my mom would try and talk to them. My Aunt Sally just thought I was lying and continued to text however, she continued to text her brother Antonio. Although all my dad's side hasn't talked to me, she still has her brother. I believe that when they shared with me that they had also gone through this of being sexually assaulted, through their experiences, they would have understood. I haven't spoken to them since the incident. However, my family on my mom's side was also affected by this. In the beginning of this report, I wasn't sure how fast things would progress, but I knew I wanted support from my mom's side of the family. It took me a while to find the right time to tell them. But when I did, the reactions were nothing close to what I would have thought. My uncles and aunts restricted me from spending time with my cousins at family events, claiming they didn't want me to think something is going on with my cousins. It wasn't until they started talking and including me and my mom. This incident has affected me in long-lasting ways, corrupting my family relationship, trust, especially diminishing my sense of security. Judge, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to submit the victim impact statement on the behalf of. I did want to include just some of my information to EK.
All right. Thank you so much.
Can I mention?
Yes.
Thank you. There are so many questions, and I wrote this down so I can stay on track. And I know there are so many questions I have for EK, but I will never get the answers. I do remember his father, Senior, and Aunt Maria wanting to move back to San Antonio after EK retired from the military. He was a military police officer in the Navy and wanted to join local law enforcement. Instead, he studied to become a pastor. I remember EK and Aunt Maria telling me that you, EK, had moved back for a while, hopes in getting on your feet because you had ran into some trouble where you were previously living. I remember the day Aunt Maria asked when Angelica wanted to attend the church retreat for teenagers, and because your father would also be there. Plus, I was working a part-time job at the rodeo, so this was convenient. Angelica wanted to go because as young teens search for themselves to identify themselves, so was Angelica. You were present during our discussions of hard times she was having at school. You knew what she was going through. I knew you were living there, but I never imagined that you would take advantage of my baby while she was staying that weekend. You are aware that her father was murdered, and all she had was her aunts, your father, and her brothers. We had just celebrated her quinceañera. She was.
All right. I don't know what happened. I think we may have lost her. So if she zooms back in, we'll continue. All right. So, Mr. Brooks, I'm going to put you and your attorney in a waiting room. I don't know, something happened. So I'm going to put you in a waiting room. And if she comes back on, I'll zoom you all back into the main room.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Who's here on Akili Brooks Jr.? All right. Is this going to be contested?
No, Your Honor, we have an agreement.
All right. The court is calling 2023 CR 8191 State versus Akili Brooks Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record?
We're paying for the state of Texas.
Arlene Gay for Mr. Brooks.
And are you Mr. Brooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilty and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same
Akili.
Brooks Jr., who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 8191 for sexual assault of a child on January 24, 2024 for a term of 10 years? Is that you?
Correct, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violation of condition number 29. On or about the 26th day of September 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Akili Brooks Jr., did then and have unsupervised contact with minors in violation of condition number 29.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. Violation of condition number 29, on or about the 26th day of September 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Akili Brooks Jr., did then and have unsupervised contact with minors in violation of condition number 29.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. State will waive the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objections to the waivers?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to 29 and 29, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 29 and 29?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find 29 and 29 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, there is. The agreement is to grant the state's motion, revoke the defendant's probation, adjudicate him guilty, and sentence the defendant to 7 years TDC.
That is the recommendation, Your Honor. And if, whenever I can speak as to my client pled true to those two allegations, and they are true, but just so the court knows that those are his own children, which, just so the court knows, based upon the charge, that they weren't other children. I just want the court to know that these are his own children. The court had granted him supervised contact, but he did violate those conditions.
Why?
His wife moved to Spokane, which is right next to Idaho, and left the children here. She moved there so she could, there was a housing, she had an opportunity to get housing for a year. And she went over there to do that and left her kids here, which caused a great problem with the children, and I was going to take care of them. And his father was helping, but his father also works. So, and he did have, you don't babysit your own kids. Those are your own kids. So he was watching his own kids. And one of the times was his father went to church and did not take the youngest child, leaving the youngest child with him. So it was those circumstances. He doesn't really have the support. All the support is actually in Spokane, where his mom, relatives, aunts, uncles, grandmother, all those relatives live there. And only he has a father here. So that caused a lot of problems. And as the court knows, sex offender requirements are there for a reason, an important reason, but they're also very expensive. And so he has this issue about being around his own kids, but the court made it very clear, my understanding made it very clear that it was to be supervised contact with his kids.
And where are the children now?
The children reside in Spokane. Their mother, when we were here for the first time, Your Honor, and that was one of the things that his probation officer here and I discussed is the kids should be with their mom, shouldn't be here, because that would help free him up. Then the family bought airline tickets and got the kids in Spokane with the mom. So the kids aren't here anymore. So that's what happened there. And then, so that problem was solved, but then we are here before you. So we solved one problem, but we're here before you for these violations.
I don't understand why that hadn't been worked out before, and I don't understand any parent leaving their children when they know they shouldn't leave them. Maybe Child Protective Services should be involved. But
I spoke to father, I spoke to mother of the children. So what I'm telling you is, I did investigate all of those things to try to do the best job I could to help him on this probation. But now we're here.
all right, are you asking the court to follow this agreement?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violations of 29 and 29 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke. The court will sentence you to 7 years in the prison There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, no residing in households with minors. And there's to be a continued Chapter 62 registration, and that's a lifetime registration. All right. Is there anything else?
Yes, Your Honor, there's two matters, and just for clarification, because when he gets on parole, the parole will of course look at the judgment, look at what you put there. So he can be supervised around his own children, or
He can have supervised contact, but he's not allowed to reside in households with minors,
other than his children, or any child.
any child.
Okay.
And that for the rest of my life now.
That's just what's in this order. And if somebody wants this order changed, they'll have to get an attorney to see about changing that.
This. Yeah, and I'll talk to you about that. And the other thing, Your Honor, is my client was arrested in Idaho, and the hold was placed on, we believe it was October 15th, 2024, until extradited back here. And he arrived here, we believe, December 5th, 2024.
All right. He'll receive credit for any time served if you'll talk to the clerks to make sure that the correct time is placed in the system.
Okay.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.